YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video. We're going to be taking a deep dive look into the Washington Commanders running back room before training camp and see if there's any battles to talk about within that running back group. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media down below in the description: Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Louis. I'm about to fuck this joint up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Damn. When I hop in the booth, they fuck with my sound. Put that shit on the scale, we taxing pound for pound. Nigga keep dissing, put them in the ground. My shit in your ear and tell me how it sound. A nigga too smart can catch me out of bounds. Let's go. That bitch got cooked like some chicken. And he lying, he not rapping what he living. Yeah, that's my cousin, but this shit a business. Work that bitch out just like we doing fitness.
So as we know, man, training camp is a little over 3 weeks away. And for the first time in a while, man, the Washington Commanders, we don't have that much of, like, battles going on. Like, as of recently, it's been who's going to play quarterback, who's going to be on the line. Like, our roster is pretty much set. Like, we pretty much have a good idea of who is going to make this roster. Now, of course, there's going to be some surprise cuts. There's going to be some surprise people that make it if they have a good training camp in preseason. But for the most part, if I was to give you a 53-man roster right now, it would probably be something similar to what we're going to see when the actual 53-man roster is released. Now, I want to take a look into the running back room because although we don't have that many camp battles this year, this is one of the groups where I think there is a battle, because a lot of you may feel like we're only going to keep 3 running backs, and that's what we typically do. But this year, I have a really, really good feeling that they may keep 4 running backs. So as we know, Washington Commanders running back number 1 is Antonio Gibson. Like, we know that, you know, and Antonio Gibson disrespect is crazy. A lot of people saying Brian Robinson was going to come in here and take over his job. Gibby is running back 1. I mean, he's a 1,000-yard rusher, man, and the disrespect is ridiculous. Then we just re-signed J.D. McKissick, the 3rd down back, and then we drafted, like I said, Brian Robinson in the 3rd round of this year's draft. And then we still have my man Jarret Patterson on the outside looking in, and you can even throw Jonathan Williams in on that discussion. So I think this year we're going to keep 4 running backs. Why do I think so? It's because Jarret Patterson showed enough last year to earn himself a roster spot this year, in my opinion. If he didn't earn himself a roster spot this year, he at least earned himself another chance to show what he can do. You know, because this guy was really, really solid for us last year. He had a really good training camp. It translated into the preseason, and then it translated into the regular season where he got his snaps later in the season. You guys know I'm a big Jarret Patterson advocate, man. I defend this man as if I'm getting paid for, because the dude is really, really good, and it just sucks that he gets overlooked just because of his size, man. I swear, if he was Gibby's height, if he was, what, 6'2" or 6'1", however tall Antonio Gibson was, he would not be getting as overlooked as he is. It's only because he's 5'8", bro. And that don't mean anything. Look at Darren Sproles, bro. Like, the guy can do it all. He can run, he could pass catch, he could pass block, as we seen last year, too. Like, he's shown enough that he deserves another opportunity to make this roster. And, of course, he's going to get that throughout training camp. But I definitely feel like they're going to keep 4 running backs this year just because of what Jarret Patterson can do, man. I also feel like he has a chance to make the roster as a kick return / punt returner, because, you know, in that department we're looking for a kick return / punt returner too. And Alex Erickson, we brought him in to possibly be that, but then again, it's like he got to show what he can do as a wide receiver, because you're not just going to give a spot away, a roster spot, for a person that can only be a kick returner. Look with DeAndre Carter last year. We brought him in to be a kick return / punt returner, but he had to morph into being a wide receiver because we weren't just going to give him a roster spot just solely on his ability to return kicks, right? So I think Jarret Patterson may get an opportunity to do that in the preseason and training camp to show what he can do. But for the most part, I like our running back room. I think we have one of the best running back rooms in the NFL, with Antonio Gibson, with J.D. McKissick, with Brian Robinson, and with Jarret Patterson. Now, I don't want y'all to get the motion that I hate, you know, Brian Robinson, that I don't like Brian Robinson. That is not the case. I think Brian Robinson can be really, really solid for us, but I definitely don't think he's better than Antonio Gibson. I don't think he's going to overtake Antonio Gibson's position. I think he's going to be that do-it-all back for us, that bulldozing back, that guy that can catch the ball. Because at first I was just saying he's going to be that bell cow for us when Antonio Gibson's not in the game. He can do more than that. He can pass catch. He can run. I don't know how good he is in the run blocking department, but as far as pass catching the ball and running, he's really, really good. You know, and I definitely think him and Antonio Gibson can be that 1-2 punch. I really like how Antonio Gibson talked about him and said that he's a guy that you know, he can lean on. If he needs advice, he could come to me. And you know how sometimes in the NFL, you know, guys feel threatened, and Antonio Gibson doesn't feel threatened at all. He's welcoming him into the brotherhood, and I love that here, man. And I think our running back room is going to be a real fun one to watch this year, because we don't just have guys that can do one thing. Everybody can do everything. Like J.D. McKissic last year, say what you want. Once he got hurt last year, our running back room, our offense just went out the window, bro. Like, our offense went out the window. The second he got hurt in that Seattle Seahawks game, the offense was never the same. J.D. McKissic is a huge part of this offense. Hence to why they wanted him back. Hence to why Buffalo was really mad when he didn't sign with them and he decided to come back with us, because they know how talented J.D. McKissic is. They know how good he is, and he is a vital part of this offense. So is Antonio Gibson, man. And I definitely think Brian Robinson is going to have a solid role when he comes in. I don't think he's going to get nearly as much carries as a lot of people think. There is an article out there saying that Antonio Gibson's workload isn't going to be as heavy as it typically was in the past 2 seasons. But, I mean, that's cool, you know, because that means he's just going to be fresh and he's going to be able to do more things. You know, we have other people that can take over the reins, so it doesn't have to just be Antonio Gibson. That's going to make him stay healthy throughout the course of the season. We know the running back position is one of the positions that get hurt the most because they're literally running into contact. So now, like I said, looking at this training camp this year, we don't really have that many battles. This is probably one of the only few battles, and it's really just going to be Jarret Patterson proving to the coaching staff that he's worthy of keeping an extra running back. Because I think we're going to obviously keep through. You're not cutting Antonio Gibson. Duh, obviously. He's running back 1. You just signed J.D. McKissic to an extension, and you just drafted Brian Robinson. So you're keeping them 3 backs. But Jarret Patterson is going to have to prove to this coaching staff that he's worthy of that number 4 spot, and I definitely think he's going to do that, man. I think you should just automatically keep Jarret Patterson, but you know they're going to make him work for it, and I know my man JP wouldn't want it any other way because he's going to prove to them that he is deserving of this spot. So that's pretty much it for the running back room. Again, guys, like I said, we, for the first time in a while, don't have too many battles in camp this year. So let me know what you guys think about this video. What's some other groups that you want to see me cover? You know, I'll cover everybody, but I wanted to get the running backs out the way first because, again, I'm rooting for JP to make this roster, and that is one of the few groups that are really locked in and locked up for real. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section. As always, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. I'm out. Peace.